Steve Smith.
Truth be told, trying to predict a Super Bowl winner a year out is a fool's errand. It's like trying to guess what your teenager's thinking. You might have a theory, but you're probably wrong, and something is definitely getting broken in the process. There's so many variables, so many things that can go haywire. A star player gets a boo-boo, a team's chemistry implodes because someone stole the last donut in a break room, or a surprise team comes out of nowhere playing like they made a deal with the devil.
As the 49ers have now scored a touchdown on 4 straight possessions.
It's pure, unadulterated chaos, and we absolutely love it. So, we stared into our crystal ball, which is really just a half-empty coffee mug, and analyzed everything. We looked at the rosters.
What did the Eagles just get? Like, what difference is this going to make for the Eagles coming into this year?
The coaching staffs, the schedules, and even the astrological signs of the starting quarterbacks. Just kidding, mostly. After weeks of painstaking research and heated arguments that almost led to an office fistfight over whether a hot dog is a sandwich, we've made our call. We have a winner for Super Bowl 60. The stage is set.
Today's game is being played for the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
17 grueling weeks that feel like a lifetime. 14 playoff teams.
Welcome back to the playoffs.
Each one convinced this is their year. One ultimate shining goal, lifting that Lombardi Trophy in Las Vegas.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It defines the careers of the men who are able to win it.
We've analyzed every roster, every juicy storyline, and every ounce of momentum heading into the season. And now we're ready to make our boldest, most ridiculously confident prediction yet. The winner of Super Bowl 60 is... But before we reveal the team that will be drowning themselves in champagne, let's break down the absolute demolition derby that will be the journey to get there. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. The wild, wild world of the playoff landscape. First, let's rewind and paint a picture of how the 2025 NFL playoffs are probably gonna shake out. Here's the lay of the land. The top dogs who are expected to be sitting at the big kids table come January. In the AFC, the division winners look like a murderer's row of quarterback talent. You got the Buffalo Bills.
Allen to the right, Allen to the goal line, lowers his shoulder, he's in. Touchdown, Josh Allen.
The Baltimore Ravens, the Houston Texans, and, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's like a convention of guys who can throw a football through a brick wall. Then you have your AFC wildcards, the scrappy underdogs who clawed their way into the dance. The New England Patriots, yeah, you heard that right, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Los Angeles Chargers. These are the teams showing up to the party uninvited. Now, let's hop over to the other side of the bracket, the NFC. The division crowns are projected to land on the heads of the Philadelphia Eagles,
Jalen Hurts, touchdown Philadelphia!
the Detroit Lions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the San Francisco 49ers. A real mix of old school power and new school swagger. And who's crashing their party? The NFC wildcard crews, the Dallas Cowboys, because, of course, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Washington Commanders. Just look at that bracket. It is absolutely, positively stacked. This isn't just a collection of logos on a graphic. It's a powder keg of narratives ready to explode. In the AFC, you have the established versus the usurpers. The Kansas City Chiefs are the NFL's final boss, the team you have to go through to prove you belong. Everyone's waiting for the inevitable Patrick Mahomes moment, that off-pattern single-arm sling that rips your heart out. But are the cracks starting to show? Can they keep winning with a supporting cast that isn't the star-studded crew of years past? Or will they just reload and laugh at everyone forever doubting them? Right on their heels are the Houston Texans, the new kids on the block with the shiny new toy. C.J. Stroud isn't just a quarterback.
Stroud slips, but he's still able to complete it.
He's a phenomenon. The Texans play with a swagger that says, we're not supposed to be here, so we have nothing to lose, which makes them the most dangerous kind of opponent. They're playing with house money, and they're ready to bet it all. Then you have the wild card chaos agents. The Chargers, now infused with the hard-nosed, milk-chugging ethos of Jim Harbaugh, are no longer the team that'll find comical ways to lose.
Love the energy, love the enthusiasm, and cut some things out of practice.
They're built to be a bully. The Steelers will somehow, some way, find themselves in a gritty fourth quarter battle, because that's just what they do. And the Patriots, their reemergence is a sign that the universe has a sick sense of humor. and they're here to ruin everyone's fun. Over in the NFC, the emotional landscape is even more of a mess. The Detroit Lions have officially graduated from being America's scrappy sweetheart to a team with massive expectations. Can Dan Campbell's kneecap-biting energy survive the pressure of being the hunted instead of the hunter? They'll have to go through the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that seems scientifically engineered to crush your spirit in the trenches. Between Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, their backfield is pure electricity, and their brotherly shove is still the most unstoppable play in sports. A middle finger to defensive coordinators everywhere. And then there's the Dallas Cowboys. Are they a legitimate threat, or just here to provide the league with its annual dose of high drama, primetime postseason collapse? It's the biggest question every single year. An NFL tradition unlike any other. They have the talent, but do they have the nerve? They represent the ultimate boom or bust variable in the entire bracket. Contrasting them are the 49ers, a team that operates with the cold, calculating efficiency of a Silicon Valley startup. They don't do drama. They just execute Kyle Shanahan's beautiful, terrifyingly complex playbook to perfection until the other team begs for mercy. They are the conference's disciplined, methodical machine, standing in stark opposition to the raw emotion-powering teams like Detroit and the chaotic energy surrounding Dallas. It's a minefield of potential upsets and heart-stopping finishes. You got Patrick Mahomes chasing another ring to add to his already crowded trophy case. You got Lamar Jackson on a personal mission to prove all the haters wrong, and you have the sworn enemies, Philly and San Fran, on a collision course, circling each other like two sharks who smell blood in the water. This isn't going to be a polite, orderly procession to the championship. This is going to be a gauntlet. A brutal, unforgiving, no-holds-barred tournament where only one team can possibly survive. The AFC Gauntlet. Over in the AFC, it's not just a playoff bracket, it's a bloodbath. In the middle of it all are the Buffalo Bills. Let's be honest, for years the Bills have been the NFL's equivalent of the guy who is always the groomsman but never the groom.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
Close, but no cigar. But this year feels different. Led by their human cannon, Josh Allen, they're poised to bulldoze their way through the wild card round. You think you're going to waltz into Buffalo in a dead of winter and win a playoff game? Good luck with that. With the Bills Mafia creating a blizzard of noise and a psychological warfare unit from the stands, facing them at home is a certified nightmare. They're a different beast in the cold. But the real war, the main event, the clash that will have everyone glued to their TVs, comes in the AFC title game. It's the matchup everyone's been dying to see. A true clash of titans. A battle between two MVP caliber quarterbacks who play the game in completely different, yet equally electrifying ways. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. You couldn't script a better showdown. On one side, you've got Baltimore's bruising, punishing style. They got the ground game from hell. A two-sided monster featuring the relentless legs of Lamar and the battering ram force of nature that is Derrick Henry. And their defense? They fly to the football like they're heat-seeking missiles programmed with bad intentions. They want to hit you, and they want to hit you hard. But on the other side, you have Josh Allen. And this year, he's just dialed in. He's playing with a focus and a fire that we haven't seen before.
Josh Allen, super unique he is. Touchdown, Buffalo.
He's waited too long for this moment. He's been knocked down, he's been doubted, and he's had his heart ripped out on this very stage before. You can see it in his eyes. This man is on a mission, and this year, he finally breaks through the wall. In a game that'll go down to the wire, a back-and-forth epic filled with jaw-dropping plays and gut-wrenching moments, Allen makes one more play than Lamar. He puts the team on his back and drags them, kicking and screaming, across the finish line. The Buffalo Bills are AFC champions. The stadium in Baltimore goes silent, while a city in upstate New York erupts in pure, unadulterated joy. Their first trip to the Super Bowl since the 1990s. The ghosts of 4 straight losses. The punchline of a generation of football jokes. They're finally about to be buried. The city of Buffalo can breathe again. The NFC pressure cooker. A West Coast war. While the AFC's having its slugfest, the tension over in the NFC is just as thick. You could cut it with a knife. And sitting at the top of the mountain, looking down on everyone else, are the San Francisco 49ers. Truth be told, the Niners just look unstoppable. They are a well-oiled machine. A football Death Star. Brock Purdy, the guy who was famously dubbed Mr. Irrelevant because he was the last pick in the draft,
Brock Purdy, a quarterback from Iowa State,
has matured into Mr. Inevitable. He's not just a game manager anymore. He's a legitimate star who makes all the right reads and all the right throws. Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, is a Swiss Army knife that can cut you in a dozen different ways. In Kyle Shanahan's offense, it's a masterpiece of modern football. A beautiful, intricate dance of motion and misdirection that leaves defenses dizzy and confused. They make it look easy. They dismantle a scrappy Tampa Bay team without breaking a sweat. They outlast the feel-good story of the year in the Detroit Lions, whose Cinderella run comes to a heartbreaking end. And who's standing across from them in the NFC Championship game? The final boss before the Super Bowl? The one team nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to face in a big game. The Philadelphia Eagles. This is the matchup that pits pure, unstoppable force against, well, another pure, unstoppable force. Jalen Hurts and his partner in crime, Saquon Barkley, electrify the field. They're a walking highlight reel capable of scoring from anywhere at any time. The game is an absolute track meet, with both offenses trading haymakers. But in the end, the difference isn't the quarterbacks, it's the defense. The game is won in the trenches, and that's where San Francisco has the edge. The 49ers front seven, a ferocious pack of wolves led by Nick Bosa, simply overwhelms Philly's vaunted offensive line. They harass Hurts all day, turning the pocket into a collapsing phone booth. It's a brutal, physical performance that reminds everyone that while offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. The San Francisco 49ers are going back to the Super Bowl. For them, it's not a celebration, it's an expectation. They have unfinished business. Super Bowl 60, the final showdown in Sin City. And so, we arrive at the grand finale. Super Bowl 60, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. The city of bright lights and broken dreams is the perfect backdrop for this epic confrontation. The Buffalo Bills, the San Francisco 49ers. This isn't just a football game. This is therapy. This is history. This is for all the marbles. You have two of the most tortured, passionate, and loyal fan bases in all of sports. One Lombardi trophy hanging in the balance. One team is chasing redemption from a painful past, while the other is chasing revenge for a recent heartbreak. The narratives are writing themselves. The last time these two franchises met in a Super Bowl was way back in 1994, a game where Steve Young and the 49ers absolutely torched the Bills. But this isn't 1994. This is a whole new era, with new heroes and new demons to conquer. Blow for blow, they trade touchdowns. It's a heavyweight fight, with neither team willing to give an inch. The lead changes hands multiple times.
The 49ers have scored now.
It's a game that's destined for an instant classic. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. The pressure is suffocating. The stakes higher than ever. Both sidelines know what's on the line. Not just a win, but a chance to rewrite history. San Francisco edges ahead late, forcing Buffalo into a moment that demands everything they've got. This is where reputations are made or broken. For the 49ers, it's about proving they can finally finish. For the Bills, it's about refusing to fall into the same heartbreak that's haunted them for decades. Josh Allen steps up, not just as a quarterback, but as a symbol of Buffalo's long-suffering hope. Sean McDermott refuses to play it safe, trusting his team to rise when it matters most. The result? A defining moment that will echo through both franchises for years. One team seizes it, the other watches it slip away. The verdict? A city's prayer is answered after decades of heartbreak, of wide rights, of 4 straight losses, of being the butt of every joke. After all the pain and all the waiting, the Buffalo Bills are Super Bowl champions. Josh Allen, the kid from Firebaugh, California, silences every last one of his doubters. He's no longer just a great quarterback. He's a legend. Sean McDermott, the steady hand that guided him through it all, finally delivers the ring the city's been craving. And the Bills Mafia, they finally get their parade. The tables of Buffalo are not safe. An entire generation of fans who have only known suffering are now champions. It's a moment of pure, beautiful sports catharsis. This is more than just a game. This is football. This is Super Bowl 60. This is football immortality. So, after all the chaos, heartbreak, and glory, did we get it right? Or did we just jinx an entire fan base? Who really owns Super Bowl 60? Drop your predictions, hit like, and subscribe.